If not, we'll move on to announcements. First and foremost, we want to recognize the participants of the recent Battle of the Badges. It's blood drive that was held on January 2nd at Fire Station 51. Chief Kress.
Good evening, Mayor Medina, members of the council. Yeah, we did want to provide a report on the recent blood drive for a variety of reasons. First of all, we want to recognize the members of the public who turned out to support this event. It was as you're going to hear in a minute, it was a fabulous turnout, and so as usual, the City with a Heart really stood up and donated blood. Secondly, we want to acknowledge staff that put this effort together, and behind me you see Catherine Curd and Sherry Campbell from the police department who took on this project, and as you'll hear in a second, is a very involved project and made it the success that it was. And then lastly, we want to acknowledge our cooperation with the American Red Cross. We have Doug Coons from the Red Cross here. This idea originated from Doug. Doug is a liaison to the Community Preparedness Committee, and he brought this idea to me sometime last year, put me in touch with the members of the Red Cross who do the blood drives, and I learned a little bit about the process. It's a probably 8 to 12 week planning process to do this event. They mentioned the fact that the Battle of the Badges would have been a good kind of a good plan to do to generate interest in the event. So I reached out to the police chief, and he was all for it. Once we enlisted these two to do all the work, we were happy about that, right, Chief? So they really took the ball and run. They worked with the Red Cross, and through various meetings and planning sessions, they came up with a date of January 2nd and a location of Fire Station 51. I had my concerns about the location, obviously a working fire station for a blood event, a blood donation event, as well as the date around the holidays. Posed some concerns, but they persevered. They got their donors, they got their volunteers to step up, and they hit the social media and got the interest up to get the event successful. And so the event was held on January 2nd. Due to the planning and their advertising efforts, 32 of the 37 slots that were allotted for the event were filled prior to the event, so that was pretty amazing. The event resulted in 36 successful donors, which produced 33 productive units of blood, which was well exceeded the goal of 25. So the police department did narrowly win the Battle of the Badges, so that's why I'm up here making the presentation. Ed gets to sit back there and relax. Before I ask if there's any questions, or I'd like Doug to come up. Doug has a statement from the Red Cross he'd like to share with the group.
Please, Doug.
Good evening. I'd like to read this letter we have from the Disaster Program Chair of the Northern California Coastal Region of the Red Cross. Dear Mayor Medina, thank you for the San Bruno Fire Department and Police Department hosting a Red Cross blood drive. With the number and size of the disasters that have affected our country this past year, there have been fewer donations than in the past. Lately, blood products have been distributed to hospitals faster than donations are coming in. Because the San Bruno Fire Department and San Bruno Police Department hosted this blood drive, lives can be saved right now. The blood drive went extremely well. There was a full appointment schedule and a significant number of walk-ins. This resulted in a total, as the chief said, 33 productive units. An excellent turnout with the first drive, which had a goal of 25 units. Significantly exceeded the goal. We would also like to acknowledge the Catherine Curd of the Fire Department and Sherry Campbell of the Police Department for their efforts to put this drive together. There is no end to the benefits of donating blood for those who need it. One donation can save as many as 3 lives, and someone in the United States needs blood every 2 seconds. Thank you again for the City of San Bruno's impactful commitment to this worthy cause. Together we can make a real and vital difference when it matters the most. I want to thank you personally for everything that they've done and the wonderful job they did, and with luck maybe we can do this again next year. And by the way, we do have another blood drive scheduled April 20th at the Burlingame Red Cross office, so anybody that would like to donate can sign up and come donate there. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
So that's it. If you had any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. But
And then, Doug, thank you for your work
Yep.
and all that you do. you were there all day. I stopped by. I've seen you down in San Mateo, so you get around and you help out in many ways and capacities. So thank you for your efforts and the Red Crosses. Any questions, comments from council? The only thing I was going to say is I was there, and this chief is correct that department won by, I think, one. But it was close. But what was rewarding was, you would think, January 2nd, after a holiday, that we had folks in both departments on duty, mostly off duty, who traveled in to go ahead and donate to the cause. We had some folks that walked their dog and saw something and sat there for an hour waiting because they thought it was worth the cause and the effort that the departments did. So as you've initiated this maybe first annual, I would say that to the two ladies, excellent job. To the departments, everybody got behind it. And I think you could find, if we had more people available to maybe draw more, I bet you we can get more. So I want to thank everybody in all the departments and the staff, as well as the Red Cross and both chiefs, and of course those that did all the work that's standing behind Chief Cresta. So thank you very much to all of you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I think we're short by one. Doug, you might as well follow all the uniforms. They'll get you home safe.